We're gonna have fun to buy you, I guarantee. Welcome back to Game of Plays Blood. We're going to the Cryptic Passage secret level, which is marked as CPSL. You know, in case you want a number. Well, you're not getting one. No numbers. No numbers for anybody, unless you dial 555 first, in which case you get all the numbers right after that. No other 3 digits, though, because that's not cool. Yeah, imagine putting random numbers and realizing, oh yeah, someone's going to have that number. Terrible reviews. So this level's interesting. The only problem with it is I have to wait on this boat a lot, so I'm going to have to come up with something to talk about. So yeah, you're just on this boat on the creek, and there's a few places you can get off, and you'll have to go back and forth between said few places, like, at least once. There's also a place where I'm not sure if you could just jump onto the bog at some points and be fine. It seemed like that happened to me once, but I wasn't willing to risk it, knowing that I could get to these areas pretty easily by just waiting. But yeah, there's like a broken down house and a little dock house, and that's about it. I don't know where this falls in the canon. I do know it's, you know, some people are like, oh yeah, it's death on the boat. No, I think this is more like the Greek, you know, Charon, you know, Charon. You know, if you pronounce CH without the H. But I don't have my ticket, please! Also, it seems to be vibrating. Where does fashion sit? If I put on the Ritz, bit sandwiches of cheese. You know, that's one of the oldest songs that is still known in recent memory. Like, with lyrics. You know, that one. Putting on the Ritz. I don't know if anyone owns the copyright to it. Maybe someone does. Except for, like, the 80s remaster or whatever the fuck. You know. Get that bundle. Humble bundle. Explosives. Yep. Also, be careful, because shit will show up when you get keys and stuff, and you'll be like, hey, it's mostly surprise fishmen in this level. Be careful. Otherwise, yeah, it's cool. There he is. Ah, good thing I can use my jumping powers of the jumps. Also, spiders. And, oh no, not spiders, rats. Hopefully not the combination of the rat and the spider. Oh, get out of my face. Don't worry though, we left a good power shake in the fridge in the form of an eye. Just drink the eye. Drink the iPod. Did you know they've stopped creating iPods officially? Just now? Yeah. Oh well. So much for getting a... I guess as long as tablets are still being made, it's not a big deal, but, like, come on, man. What if I want, like, a super tiny iPod? Eh? Probably the only reason Apple's still a very good business today. Although the Apple II is quite something. Could have lasted them a little bit, and then when you had the Macs. But now that Apple's pretty much like a BSD Lite or what have you, I'm not too impressed. Especially if some of the Linux stuff is cross-compatible with BSD. Not that it always is, but I like it when Unix programs are compatible with other stuff, but depending on the language. But, you know, we have to change the things constantly, and things will never stay the same here in the Unix land, and, yeah. By the way, I will continue to use Linux and Linux variants. To the day I die, it seems. Why is this? It's actually very important for retro gaming. Like, for real. And compatibility. Especially if I'm going to consider setting up virtual boxes, or what have you. That's going to be a bit of a harder thing, but I'm sure there's a way. Let me know about these, like, 3.1 emulators, man. Like, because, I don't know. Actually, no. Windows 95 games are alright, but 3.1 games, I beg to differ, unless you wanted to play, like, Chips Challenge. But then you have Chips Challenge for the Atari Lynx, and it's just like, hey, tell me about your woes and your worries and your vibrating vibratos. Johnny Vibrato. He's a singer. Wow. Good thing he's not compared to Timmy Encore. Whoa. That show would never stop if that was the case. Haha. Yeah. It is at this point I realize, I wonder if my character's voice is too, quiet. I don't even mean in comparison to making the audio quiet in the video. While playing this, it was quiet for me. But, hey, whatever. We're not here to worry about audio mixing. I'm here to fill in commentary, so that doesn't even become a suggestion into the monetization department. Although, in order to make sure your video isn't monetized, you have to specifically have a good enough account to earn from your own monetization and then turn it off. If you don't qualify for monetization, your videos will get monetized by YouTube anyway. But if you do, you can specifically turn it off. That's the Gaming Wolf advantage. Why is that though? It's because as okay as ads can be, like I prefer way back when YouTube had like little banner ads out the side, which I suppose they can still do if they want. I think they have. But I prefer the ads where it just like has a little box that shows up on the bottom, you know, as opposed to interrupting the actual video, which, you know, watching the video is kind of the reason why people on YouTube, you interrupt that, you're interrupting the YouTube viewing minutes, you know. So maybe instead you should just kind of have the ad running at the same time as the video continues to play instead. Just an idea, YouTube. Just a little tiny ass idea. Just saying. I don't know. YouTube is profiting by now, but still, wow. Anyway, I could say more about YouTube, but you know, my whole thing is, do my videos get to stay? That's pretty much it. Like, I see it as, they say it's video sharing, but really YouTube is probably the best video storage, and if it's not, then it's like, why, like, come on now. It's gotta be here when you pick up the flares and you put them on the trees and you burn them down because you hate trees and you hate bears, called Smokey, even though in the UK he's a frog. Frogs are safer to nature. Bears will kick your ass because America and bears. Oh no. You try being a bear sometime. Ooh, some instant fried fish. Well, I know that's a good way to instantly kill it. Just right-click the flare. You know, I feel like there's a variety of ways I could play this game, considering all my ammo, but now I know, like, in case of I'm only stuck with ammo types, I have various ways of handling the situation. So, you want to make me strategize, plan out your ammo placement, please. Instead of making sure I can just kill everyone, just make me have to fight for it. I know one day I'm going to have to do Plutonia, and it's already planned out that I'm going to do it. And the good thing about Plutonia is, even though it's hard, it is also not too... It doesn't overstay its welcome. Except for one level, but that's like towards the very end, so I'm okay with that one. And the secret... And one of the secret levels, which has a different... The secret levels have a different problem, but that just has to do with how they were made. I'm hoping that we don't get too many hard things for me to play, but, you know, it's going to have to happen. I mean, I have to be able to do some of this bullshit. Even though there's a lot of people that do some of the same things as me, I am going to prove to you in the next few years there's some things I do that A, you never would have thought of doing, and B, are a combination of things that other people can already do, but not simultaneously. So, like, I could be good at platformers and first-person shooters. I don't know how many people can claim that. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are, actually. As in some racing games, you know, if they're cart-formed, of course. I prefer racing games when they have, like, differing tracks, as opposed to realism, because then I don't really get much out of looking at the road. But, hey, there's a spider! Yes, I gave myself a reason for using the beast vision, because I want to make sure that big spider knows what's coming is a bunch of napalm to the face. So easy to take out now. Now you know the secret of taking it out. As opposed to just like, hammer it up, it's like, I don't know, dude, nah, it ain't nothing now. A spider in this level's especially nothing if you just find the button right away and just leave, because that spider isn't really so good at climbing, and even if it could, I don't think you'd be able to figure it out getting out of his house and then going into the water. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh no, more fishmen! Oh, Jesus Christ, oh, Monte Cristo with a Royale with a cheese. Is that your favorite sandwich? I don't know. Jesus Christ, horrifying! Alright, die. Good lordies. Something tells me I'm going to enjoy Shadow Warrior a fuck ton than I should, but yeah, it'd be fun. I know one thing I'm tired of playing Blood. Blood is one of the darkest games I've played in terms of lighting. I think I'm getting tired of that. Even though I can see everything, that must be a pain in the ass when you're looking at it. It's like, I can't see! Turn up the contrast! It's like, yeah. Turn up the gamma rays. Those cosmic gamma rays that force a bit of my code to change so I can suddenly cheat. That's the speedrunner way, baby. No. It's like, it was my strategy to make sure I played at a certain time that the planets aligned so I could suddenly become 5 seconds faster at Mario 64 inexplicably. Ha ha ha. No, you know when you do suspect something like that? You make sure someone can do a checksum on their thing, like with a Shaw 512, whatever, however high it goes now. But 512 is probably the highest you're going to get, I think. Like, show business. Yeah. That's right, some of the idle speech has been used as, like, event speech because we're not creative. You know what'd be fun is if I played a game that had mods of it that used custom voices. You mean like StarCraft? Ooh. When's StarCraft happening on this channel? I'll tell you when StarCraft happens. When I understand how its versioning works, because it's been kind of, like, overlaid by, like, an HD version, which... don't do that. I think they did that with Warcraft 3, and I'm not happy about it. They did that with Grand Theft Auto, I'm not happy about it. Like, re-release remasters if you must, but do not, like, erase the old version. Please. I'm begging you. It's important. Especially for something practically historic as Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City and San Andreas. These games are practically historic at this point. And, you know, if you take away the old versions, I'm going to be upset. Put it back, man. Put it back. So, yeah. And we have those games to blame for open worlds anyway, even though that's largely a thing defined by DMA design. Thanks, Scotland. You ruined gaming for all of us. No, you're cool. I'll see you next time when I'm done with this secret shit. I wonder what episode 6's secret is like. I guess we'll know later.